আমি একটু টিসেলকে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করতে চাই। আমরা মনে হয় আপনি জানি যে আপনারা সবাই জানেন টিসেল গ্লোবাল নিয়ে। তারপরেও যারা নতুন জয়েন করেছেন তাদের জন্য বলে রাখি, টিসেল গ্লোবাল 2011 থেকে অপারেশন শুরু করে। বর্তমানে আমাদের 17টা অফিস আছে 12টা কান্ট্রিতে। আর ঢাকায় বাংলাদেশে আমাদের 3টা অফিস আছে। আমি এখন ধানমন্ডি অফিস থেকে বলছি। আমাদের ধানমন্ডি অফিসের অ্যাড্রেস হচ্ছে সীমান্ত স্কয়ারের পাশের বিল্ডিং, লিলিরিন টাওয়ারের 8 তলায় আমাদের ধানমন্ডি অফিস। উত্তরা অফিস হচ্ছে আমাদের ত্রয়ী প্লাজা, সোনারগাঁ জনপথে, সেক্টর 11-এ। এটা জমজম টাওয়ারের উল্টা পাশে। আর সিলেটে আমাদের অ্যাড্রেস হচ্ছে আলহামরা শপিং মলের 9 তলায়, জিন্দাবাজার, সিলেটে। আর আমরা স্টুডেন্টদের ভিসা প্রসেসিং থেকে শুরু করে, ভিসা প্রসেসিং এর যে কাজগুলো, স্টুডেন্টের অফার নিয়ে আসা থেকে শুরু করে ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে কমিউনিকেশন, ভিসা অ্যাপ্লিকেশন, সবগুলাই কোনো চার্জ ছাড়াই আমরা প্রসেস করে থাকি। তো আমরা বর্তমানে ইউকের প্রায় 100টার উপরে ইউনিভার্সিটি নিয়ে ইউনিভার্সিটিতে ডিরেক্টলি কাজ করছি। সেখান থেকেই আমরা আজকে একটা ইউনিভার্সিটি, লন্ডন সাউথ ব্যাংক ইউনিভার্সিটি, ওখানকার যিনি অফিসার আছেন, ওখানকার রিজিওনাল রিক্রুটমেন্ট ম্যানেজার, ওনার সাথে আমরা আজকে ফেস টু ফেস লাইভ ইন্টারাকশন করবো। আপনাদের যদি কোনো কোয়েরি থাকে বা কোনো কনফিউশন থাকে, প্লিজ আমাদের কমেন্ট সেকশনে আপনাদের কমেন্টটা করুন। আমাদের কোনো অফিসার আপনার কাছে গেট ব্যাক করবেন। হোপফুলি আমরা এনজয় করবেন। আর পুরো লাইভ সেশনটা আমরা আজকে ইংলিশে কন্ডাক্ট করব, এজন্য আমাদের সাথে থাকুন। আর কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে আমরা লন্ডন সাউথ ব্যাংক ইউনিভার্সিটির একটা ছোট ভিডিও দেখব। ভিডিওটার পরেই আমরা আমাদের সাথে সোনিকা জয়েন করবেন। হোপফুলি আপনারা এনজয় করবেন।
London is one of the world's great global cities. And located right at the heart of it is London South Bank University. We're home to a truly diverse community with students from over 130 different countries, making LSBU the perfect study abroad destination for you. Piccadilly Circus, Buckingham Palace, St Paul's and the London Eye, these are some of London's most iconic sites, and at LSBU, they're right on your doorstep.
I've made so many friends from all around the world. It's been an incredible experience.
By joining LSBU's Study Abroad programme, you'll be joining a university with an excellent academic reputation and a history extending back over 120 years. We offer a wide range of subjects, all taught by experts, each with strong links to their field. This means that by coming here, you'll get the chance to make new connections, network, and potentially secure an internship, all hugely valuable experiences for your future career. Every one of our study abroad students is guaranteed an accommodation place. All 4 of our residences are safe, comfortable, and ideally located for the campus and central London alike.
The facilities here are great, not just the accommodation, but also the gym, sports hall, and student center.
Dedicated teams look after our study abroad students from your very first arrival onwards. They help with orientation, they organise excursions across the year, and they're always on hand to provide any support you might need.
The LSBU Study Abroad team gives you so much support. They help you settle in, they let you know where you need to be, and they're always available to make sure you're okay.
As well as exploring London and all it has to offer, you'll also have the chance to experience the rich heritage and outstanding beauty of the rest of the UK. And as a major transport hub, the rest of Europe is in easy reach.
I've been to Brighton, Liverpool, Edinburgh. I've also been able to visit friends in Ireland and Sweden. It's been nothing short of amazing.
Diverse in character and superbly located, London South Bank University is the perfect stage for your study abroad adventure.
Living in London and meeting so many amazing people has made my time at LSBU a truly life-changing experience.
Experience London. Study abroad with LSBU.
Yeah, that was an amazing video. There are so many things in that university, suffering from entering into that university to taking care of every student. That was really amazing. If I had the chance to go there, I obviously go there. Okay, মজার একটা ভিডিও ছিল। আমরা আমাদের সাথে কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে জয়েন করবেন লন্ডন সাউথ ব্যাংক ইউনিভার্সিটির সোনিকা মেহরাই। ফুলি আপনারা এনজয় করবেন ওনার সাথে কনভারসেশনটা। আমাদের সাথেই থাকুন। আর কোনো আপনাদের কোয়েরি থাকলে প্লিজ কমেন্ট সেকশনে সেটা আপডেট করুন। আমাদের সাথে জয়েন করেছেন এখন। হাই সোনিকা, হাউ ইউ ডুইং?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Mr. Joy, and thank you for the opportunity given to me to come and speak to your students live on this platform. So let me begin introducing myself. My name is Sonika Meharia, and I am Regional Recruitment Manager for South Asia region minus India. So my region includes Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. So these are my countries, and students can actually reach out to me, and I'm the point of contact with student can actually reach out to me and understand more about London South Bank University, and talk to me about the student experiences, and of course about the entry requirements and the application processes. So I'm all here today to help and guide you for your better future. Thank you, Mr. Joy, for this opportunity.
You're most welcome. That was really overwhelming. Like you were so much welcoming with your like short brief. So we are actually expecting you to describe all of your experience about last session. How was your response from Bangladeshi students in the
Oh,
January session?
it was exciting. In fact, before joining the session, I did have a look from my enrollment team. The amount of students who have joined us from Bangladesh, it had been very exciting, and we
Mhm.
are so overwhelmed. And at the same time, we do believe that these students from Bangladesh, they believe in us, and we are all here to shape their careers, right? So the numbers have exponentially it has gone up, and we are so thrilled, and we are looking forward to do as much as we could to invest in this region, and how could we support for students to have the best career, the best student experience, and the best future for themselves.
Yeah, that is so overwhelming. Like we're so blessed like to have such support from you and other universities. We're really like blessed. If I had to say like I really like admit that. Like we're really happy that UK is like offering so many benefits for the other people from another country. And Bangladesh economic is growing at a very rapid speed. So education is another part, and when the students are doing okay, then their education will grow according to the economy. So if they have any chance to go to London and have that experience, like education experience, that would be like so good for our economy too. So as we are actually currently studying in working with the students like very closely for their entry requirement, and we are really excited about their response. Like most of the students there qualify with their CGPA or their results. They're doing really good, and support and the kind of support we are providing them, I feel like blessed. Like as far as we can actually contribute towards their development. And that's why like today I'm actually feeling very happy that I'm actually be a part of you and other people like developing their life and transforming their career, like from our part as well. So since London is offering like so much benefits for the other universities or other countries. So from that perspective, what do you want to know about your university? Like tell me about your university, like why they want to go to your university location, their campuses, their environment. How about that? Like tell me about that in short bit.
Thank you, Joy. So, just to begin the conversation, is that, picking up from some of the development that you spoke about Bangladesh, yes, Bangladesh is one of the most fastest developing economy. And how can we actually contribute in more sustainable development? How we can actually contribute on tomorrow's Bangladesh by having right education. So, education, of course, goes in hand, right? So, and the feeling remains so mutual, when you share that the students who has come and visited or who has arrived on our campus and have completed their studies, they have had such rewarding experience of being at London South Bank University. Uh, so in fact, our numbers do this, does say, and when we look at the students graph upon completion of the degree, we see them working as forerunners in some of the best industries around London, or wherever they go, even if they go and settle elsewhere or come back to the country, they are actually the leaders in their own making, or in any industry wherein they go, right? So now, going back to your question about how we started and giving a brief introduction about London Bank, London South Bank University. Of course, our biggest, USP is something that we are, very industry-led university. So we are hands-on industry. We do shape up students' future for tomorrow. We make them career ready, or we provide courses which are very skill based, right? So these are our one of the biggest strength. And this actually, we don't say, these are some of the awards that London South Bank University has achieved, 2 years in row, being awarded as the London's, the best graduate employability in the year 2018 by the Times, and by the Sunday Times Good University. So we are there, right? So coming back to our, how we started. So we started in 1892 as we started way back in 1892 as a Borough Polytechnic Institute. So we are here for almost 150 years, helping students with their career. To begin with, let me share our vision so you can actually resonate with what I'm saying. So our vision is to transform lives, communities, businesses, and society through applied education and insight. We are located in Zone 1, so we are very centrally located. Our one of the largest and the biggest campus, our Southwark campus at Elephant and Castle, has been our home since 1892. In architectural school, we are also very at stone's throw from some of the biggest industries. So you have all the opportunities to build your career, be connected, and have one of the most rewarding experience studying at London South Bank University.
Okay, that was so nice introduction. I guess like most of these students, they will be very much interested in, like going to university if they have like any chance like to study in industrial subjects. And that long heritage, since you were saying like it was like established in 18th century. So from that perspective, your university is quite a traditional one. So yeah, the campus, they will look into the campus and they will get the feel like what a campus look like. They'll get all these like texture, those beauty. They'll enjoy that scenery as well. So
Yeah, of course. So, Mr. Joy, just wanted to add on. So, we are one campus university. So, you have all the facilities, the study center, the job shops, your accommodation, your sporting facilities, different faculties, all the areas, on campus. So, when you are in London, this is something very rare to find, right? So, we are one campus university.
And the good thing is like most of these students were actually we when you talk to them, they are like, "Yeah, okay, I want to go to UK, but could you please help me finding some university in London?" And like you're saying, like your university is offering like a study center, you mean like library and all other facilities in on place. So if we had to sell your university, that would be so easy for us. Like, yeah, you can go to like London South Bank because they have everything. Like what you want in an university, you will get all of these into a single place. So just this will be very much good for us, like to convince them. And the students, if they want to get that feeling, they will actually enjoy like selecting a university, and they won't actually regret after going there. And as per it's in London, so they will get the feeling as well, like they're studying in London, their campus is in the same place, so they will enjoy actually their study period. That would be a good point for them. Okay. Thank you for very much for your first question. Then I have to ask you like my second question, which is like, what are the entry requirement you guys are accepting for both for PG courses and UG courses? Like postgrad, undergraduate students.
Right. So, our entry requirements, for students coming from Bangladesh, we do offer courses at various level, at the foundation level, the undergrad level, and the postgraduate level. So, coming to the undergraduate level, we do accept Bangladesh higher secondary level, and the percentage requirement is 80%. But I will highly recommend students to go onto the course page. We do have entry requirements wherein we describe our entry requirement, right? So have a look. Also reach out to us at inquiries at lsbu.ac.uk in case if you want to check your candidacy before making an application to us. I always encourage that. So our general undergrad requirement is 12th grade or A level or IB baccalaureate, whatever education background you are in, we do accept. Coming to our postgraduate level, we do accept students, who have completed their undergraduation in Bangladesh or any equivalent education. So whether your undergrad degree is 3 years or 4 years, we do accept. And our CGPA requirement from Bangladesh is 2.8 to 3.0, upon a CGPA of 4.0. Again, I will recommend students, in case if you are really interested and you are not sure on meeting the entry requirement, please feel free to write to us. You can always check your candidacy before making an application. And I wish all the students, whoever is considering to apply to LSBU, to submit a very strong application to us, which will improve your chance of getting scholarship, as well as a chance of getting an offer from us.
Okay, that's so nice. Okay, on that note, my second question is like, do you accept like study gaps for undergrad and postgrad?
That's a very interesting question. I just want to understand if the study gaps are, if a student can tell us in the statement of purpose, what's the reason of the study gap, right? If they can explain it well to us, our academicians. Of course, I am not from the academician, so I
I
cannot
know.
say upfront, but these are subjective things. So please reach out to us if you have in a doubt. To put it in a very simple term, we do accept study gap, which is well explained, and
Okay.
which logically, you understand it's coming from a genuine student.
Yeah, yes. Actually, like we are getting this study gap kind of questions a very lot because due to the pandemic, most of the students they have nothing to do because due to pandemic, everywhere is locked down, so there were nothing to do. Everywhere is in their home. Those who actually graduated in 2019, like
Correct.
December or October.
So pandemic was not kind to anyone. We do accept
Yeah.
that such reason. If a student can explain to us, why there has been a gap, we do accept, right? So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then, yeah, it will be like very much understandable from our students' perspective, like why, if they actually wish to go to LSBU, then it will be very much helpful for them as well. Because like your university, the rating, the ranking, everything is really on point. So we actually get a lot of queries from the students, like wanted to go to your university, and like due to their study gaps and the previous pandemic, we actually don't we actually do actually like don't consider in chance like if you won't get like the offer letter due to study gaps. But now it will be very much easy for the students. Just write down your things like your reason in your PS, personal statement, and the university will consider. And from that perspective, like tell me about your tuition fees, like both for PG courses and UG courses. What are like the tuition fees you guys are offering?
So, most of our courses, which are taught courses both at the undergrad level and the postgrad level, our tuition fees are around £15,500. Okay. For undergrad student, these are per year tuition fees. So, but my again best advice is to go on to our website. Our website has the course information with the fees and funding tab out there. You can always check the tuition fees while making an application.
Okay, no, you can do one thing, like you can actually tell us the ranges. Like
Yeah,
for the undergrad students, the tuition fees between like this amount to this, and for the postgrad students, the tuition fees will be from this to that. If you could help us with that, like that would be
correct.
good for
So the
students. But
tuition
I'll get
fees are 15, yeah, the tuition fees are £15,400 for postgrad courses with LSBU is a 1 year course. We also run some of our courses across few schools with internship. So for
oh,
internship, a student does not pay anything. It's just a little higher in tuition fee by £1,100 because we do provide the facilities to students to apply for this internships. Apart from this, all our courses are at £15,400. Coming to undergrad courses, again, per year tuition fees are around 1,500 or £15,400. Yeah.
okay, that's so nice. Then, what are the available intakes for students? Like in a year, like how many times you guys offer the courses?
Okay, so we have our, the best intake in the month of September, which is like a regular intake for any universities in UK. So we have a September intake. We also have a very popular Jan intake. So I'm very proud to share this information that we are one of the university which provide good number of, courses in January intake. We also have a very small May intake, but it's relatively very small.
But like for the students, if you wish to go to London, especially in London South Bank University, there is a session coming up, which is September. So you better be hurry. Like you should actually apply now. You
Yeah.
will
So, Joy, I would like to add one line out here is that this is the best time for students to make an application. Make an application. We have quick turnaround time. We will assess your application. If your application is good, we'll make an offer. So we have deadlines around making application and when we can start issuing the courses, right? So we can start issuing the courses from the month of April, which is just almost like
almost
6 weeks,
one
yeah,
month.
1 month away, right? So if you people can make an application at this point of time, hold an offer, and then get into the visa process, this will be really fantastic.
Yeah, that would be really fantastic. Yeah, Sonika. Then I have another question I can see from one of our audience. She actually wanted to ask, like, do we accept other English tests instead of IELTS? I mean, she actually meant like, do you have any internal test for the students for their English language requirement, or like,
Yeah, so a very good question and a very relevant question.
yes.
Being an international student, we do need to show our expertise in, in English language. So we accept good number of other alternative English tests. Of course, IELTS Academic is one of that. TOEFL, IBT, Pearson test of English we accept. We accept language cert. We accept OIETC, examination. We have just stopped accepting Duolingo. So what I'll do, just to help the students, I will share the link of our accepted English language examination in the chat box. I
Okay.
hope this will be helpful.
Okay.
I hope I have answered the question. Is there
Yes,
something
yes,
more
you
else
have
there to be
answered the
explained?
questions. Like LSBU stopped like taking Duolingo, right? You just
Hmm.
tell that like you guys are not accepting Duolingo, but
Yeah,
there
we
is a
are
good
not
thing, like,
accepting anymore.
yeah, you're not accepting. So those who are planning to sit for the Duolingo test, stop doing that. You should actually focus into like IELTS or like another test which is PTE, Pearson Test of English, or like you can consider like YETC. It's very much easier for you like to get into LSBU. Okay, from that. On that note, I have another question. You have to like students, those who want to get into your UG courses, undergrad level, what will be their IELTS score in general?
So for undergrad student in general, we look at 5.0. But then again, I will advise students because there could be small differences. I'll
Based
always
on their
advise
courses.
students to go on the courses. But overall, undergrad requirement is 6.0 with no component less than 5.5.
Okay. And what are the IELTS requirement for the PG courses? Like postgrad.
Yeah, so for the postgrad course, we look at overall score of 6.5 with no component less than 5.5. There's one thing I want students to know that for internship, our IELTS requirement is a little higher. So please have a look out there.
Okay. Okay. And now I'm actually in our like exciting part, which is like the scholarships. What are the qualifications or requirement for the students like to get the scholarships based on their academics or their profiles?
Yeah. So, of course, this was a question that I was waiting because I know coming to, I mean, what it feels like being an international student, the always one question which is on student mind is that will I be able to afford education? So I want to assure all students out here is that, we as university are very caring about our student and we do have good amount of funding. When you look at our tuition fees, we are very competitive. Being a London-based university, I want to assure you that our tuition fees are very, very competent. Um, and just to welcome students from, Bangladesh region and especially students from South Asia, we run very good scholarships for them. So we have international scholarship, which is £1,500. You don't need to make a separate application. When you make an application to us, we look at your application and do provide you this £1,500 scholarship if you stand it. Apart from this, we also run international merit scholarship for students from this region. So any student who is meritorious, who has a certain percentage in the academic year. So for undergrad student, it could be 12 standard. For postgrad student, it could be the undergrad degree. So if they have completed their graduation or qualified their graduation with a certain percentage, we do offer £3,000 and 4,000, 3,000 to £4,000 as international merit scholarship, which
Okay.
is very good. And for undergrad students, this scholarship is awarded every year, right? So this actually brings down the burden of the tuition fees to a very low extent. I mean,
Yeah.
does actually reduce it.
Just since you're saying like your tuition fees are very competitive, so from that perspective, offering like 3 to 4 thousand pound scholarship is really a lot for the students. And since they're getting opportunity to study inside London and in a university where they're getting like everything, their university is there, university library is there, so they're getting like a complete package in your university. That is really exciting for the students. Yeah. And coming up, our another question from our another viewer, is actually Aryan Mohit. He has a question. Like, if I could actually read it for you, it is like, sir, I have completed my HSC, which is like class 12, from humanity section. You know humanity section, right?
Yeah.
His GPA was 4 out of 5. His PTE Pearson Test of English score is 60, no band less than 53. So, will you accept me for direct bachelor degree for business management, hospitality related course? So, could you please help him with his query?
Yeah. So I see absolutely no problem with his qualification, his his background that he is sharing looks relevant to me. The only advice what I will tell the student is that to always submit an application to us. Okay, on the face front of the qualification that the student has achieved, it looks good to me in terms of his academic background. And he wants to study a program in hospitality. His Pearson test of English overall seems to be 60. Let me
No band less
quickly
than
check.
53.
Yeah. So we accept for postgrad course overall score of 60 and with a minimum band score of 51.
He
So
had 56 units, so he's qualified.
So, yeah. So, but then, of course, the academicians or the international admission team is different. So, I don't say, we will give you an offer, but you
Mhm.
have a good chance of getting an offer, right? So,
Yes.
please encourage the student, please encourage Mohit to make an application to us.
Okay, no problem. I'll help him. Okay, dear Aryan Mohit, you can actually our team very soon contact with you, and we'll actually give you all the assistance you need, and then we'll help you like to study or like to processing your application for LSBU. So please give us some time. We'll get back to you very soon.
Uh,
Yeah.
Joy, I am just seeing Mohit is saying he's an undergrad student. So,
Mhm.
Mohit, apologies from my side that I did not, register that you're looking for undergrad course. So, as far as entry requirements are considered, I feel you have a good chance. Please
Yes.
reach out to our partners, TCL Global, to help and guide you with the application process. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, we'll help him with that. Okay. Now, like since Bangladesh is really developing in like everywhere, our infrastructure, our education, everything is developing is very fast. So from that perspective, most of our students they are actually they become smart. Like not like the conventional way. Like for them, like
Uh,
masters,
Joy, here
same.
I'll tell you, these are Gen Z student, right? So
Yes.
they are not Gen X like us. So they are
Yes.
very proactive and technology. They are so enabled.
Yes.
I mean, hats off to this generation. They know what they want, right? So
Yes. Exciting thing is like whenever actually start talking to them, they was like, yeah, bhaiya, they actually call me bhaiya. Could you please help me finding any university or any program which offering like courses like 1 year masters plus 1 year placement? Because like if I actually get into that course, then I will actually get inside that company that those industries. So I'll get a hands-on experience before even completing my course. And
and
whenever, so
we
do you
are the
have any?
university. We are the university which can give 1 year of internship, right? So
Okay.
we are giving that experience to student, and with post-study work visa for students for an opportunity to stay back, and have those hands-on industry and look out for full-time job. You
Mhm.
have one of the best career out there waiting for you. So students, please consider making an application
LSBU,
to
okay,
London South Bank University. We are
of
all
course.
here to give you that experience, that industry experience within our industry enabled courses.
Okay, so those who are looking for like courses with placement, so LSBU is there. Like yesterday, I was actually getting like so many students on my call, and they were saying like, "Bhaiya, please help me with some courses they are offering with placement or like with internship opportunity because I want that industrial experience beside my education." So yeah, LSBU is there. So
So
yeah,
I'm just reaching out to students and telling that Bhaiya has the option now.
yes, I have the
Please reach
options
out to
now.
Bhaiya and ask them to help and
Yeah,
guide
thanks to
you to make an
Sonika, you actually
application to
helped me with that
LSBU.
options. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Okay, and next thing is like tell us. We already know the advantages. You were saying like students are getting everything in a single campus. But if you could actually elaborate these students about the education system, like from how will they gonna study inside the campus? That I mean the campus life. Tell us about the campus life. Like
Oh,
to just to
okay.
give them some idea, like how LSBU NS did, like what are the experience they might get.
Okay,
Just give
so
us that.
I just share some of my experience. I'm going to visually transfer students to our campus. So, it's a very city center. We are in zone one. We are at stone's throw from some of the most iconic places. We are just 5 minutes walk away from Elephant and Castle, wherein you have, some of the best restaurants, and various socializing place. So now let me come back again to London South Bank University. So we are one campus university. Most of our faculties are seated within our campus, the Southwark campus. We do have two other campuses, which are again, London-based campuses, the Croydon campus and the Havering campus, right? So let me tell you that we have more than 20,000 students, and it's a very cultural, diverse environment. So we have students start coming coming from 130 nationality. And this is very important when we are talking about global jobs. So not everything is not constrained to your country. Now the internet has actually created the world as a very small place. We do connect, we do actually associate ourselves with people across globe, across different communities. For students to study in such a vibrant locality, studying and understanding and getting culturally absorbed in other culture is very, very important when you're looking for job opportunities and more satisfying career opportunities. So that's one thing. Coming down to the facilities, so again I'll go and re-emphasize on the fact that we are one campus university, also in terms of providing all the facilities, whether it's our research lab or whether it's our enterprise system, or sorry, enterprising community, coming to sport facilities, coming to the school, the students from creativity school, whether it's on their studios or theaters, we have all the facility on campus. So I want to share with students out here is that we also have established a new institute for professional and technical education, which will provide a one-stop shop for employers and learners who wish to participate in in different types of engagements, right? And we constantly keep on investing in our university. So there had been major investments which has gone in our school of business. The school of business school is relatively new, so we keep on investing and improvising so that we meet the requirement of state of art school. So I hope this really helps students.
Yes, of course. And since you are talking about the restaurants, the other facilities offering in these two universities, so from students' perspective, they had this question like how costly or how much they will accommodate into the university since it's inside London and everything is really there. So will it be very expensive for them, like to consider like how what do you think about that in terms of costing and all?
Okay, so one thing is that I want students to understand while making a decision is that London comes with opportunities. But cost of living in London could be relatively bit higher when you look at other places in UK, whether you are studying in Edinburgh or Glasgow or Birmingham or in Coventry or in Cardiff, right? So first thing is that London is expensive. We know opportunities are there in London, but when it comes down to cost of living, it could be marginally higher. So please please be ready for that. As per the UKVI regulation, a student needs to show somewhere around £12,600. But in case when a student really does his homework well, when he looks out for some good accommodation around, when he knows where to buy things, he can really actually effectively can manage his expenses. We are also the university in London which provides on-campus accommodation. So, of course, you people must be knowing about our famous building, that's McLaren House. We also have other two houses, which is Janet and David Bloomberg. So these campuses, McLaren, it has lots of room, lots of facilities, different kinds of rooms, right from a single room to ensuite, different kind of accommodation to suit and meet everyone's budget. So here, your weekly rents could be in a range of £120 to £230 per week. So these are some of the accommodations. And when it comes down to accommodation, our accommodation, you have all the facilities out there, excellent security services out there. So please, students, when you are considering to apply to us, please get in touch with our accommodation services, and they will be able to share, the accommodation videos wherein you can have those experiences of having a look at our some of our suite rooms and different kind of rooms to understand the facilities and the arrangements that you can look forward to. Apart from our accommodation, there are also some external accommodations that students can explore, but we manage only our halls of residences.
Okay, and like if they actually choose in campus of accommodation, that would be very much helpful for them in terms of like time saving. They will save some time, and they
Yeah,
don't have to
so
go into the
correct.
transportation as well. Like
So let's say, for
such.
example, your classes starts at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
You can be at your accommodation till 10:55, and you can
See,
just in
that's
five
very
minutes you
nice.
can rush up to accommodation. So
Yes,
it's just like
that would be very much helpful for them.
5 minutes walk.
And since it's a very big campus, so do the student have that opportunity like to get some part-time job, or like like do they have anything opportunity for the student like to working inside campus, or like what I mean, like students who actually wish to work besides studies, so do they have that experience, that opportunity inside that
Yeah.
LSBU, or like the area around LSBU, if you
Yes,
could actually help us with
glad
this.
Joy you asked me that question, because I know this question is very important for student, right? So first thing is that I'll explain student diff, right? Of course, being an international student coming to UK, the government, the UKVI does allow you to work part time, right? So you're
Mhm.
allowed to work part time, and LSBU, our career cells and job shops, keep on advertising lots of job time, part-time job opportunities for international students on campus, off campus. And also we are very closely knitted with industries in and around us. So whatever faculty you come from, there are some part-time job options, but the onus of grabbing these opportunity lies with the student. So your academics are not going to come and tell this is your pastime job, but you have to go to the school coordinators, you have to go to the school advisors and ask them, or check on their advertisement billboards as what are the job shops placements or part-time jobs that I can get. And there is a minimum wage rate also that students can be assured of earning, right? So great part-time job, again London USP factor sinks in because you are in London and part-time jobs are abundant. So yeah. But here
So
I want to give
students.
one small heads up to students, saying that when you are there studying, please invest more time understanding and experiencing in terms of academics, rather than
Mhm.
getting into too much of part-time job, because some students sometimes they get lost into part-time jobs, so it might distract them to certain level. So please understand your main goal is to study.
Right, yeah,
Yeah, so that should be your main focus. But
main
over
focus.
the weekend, student who needs extra support, student who needs hands-on experience of understanding the working around London, can actually take up part-time jobs.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah. So students, if you actually wish to go to LSBU, just be prepared. Don't focus on like getting into jobs and like look into part-time jobs. Except like like stop doing that. Like focus on your study first, because if you actually do your study very well, then your future will be bright. You will get into like more like better jobs in your like after completing your program. So yeah, so what Sonika was trying to say is that like you should actually focus on your study first, because it will help you like to shape your career. Like I can see some other questions from our audience. Yeah, the Aryan Mohit is again. He is actually sharing his profile. Aryan, you can do one thing. You can actually send your CV in our Facebook inbox. We will actually get back to you after this session. And there is another question from MD Shaju Mia. Yeah, Shaju Mia, thank you so much for sharing your profile. Like we will help you with your initial assessment. Just give us some time after this session. We will actually get back to you. Since Sonika, she is actually telling us, or like she's actually talking to us about her university. So actually she's not from the admission team, so she can't help you with that, but we will help you. Even we will actually contact with, we have those contacts with LSBU University after this session, or like after today we'll get back to you. So don't worry, you can actually share your CV within our Facebook inbox by this time. Okay, we are actually very much end in our today's session. Before ending, I have one little question from you. if you could help our student with some information about like the placement and those job opportunities after completing those programs, like do they what are the facilities LSBU is offering for its graduates to actually like to get into the real life job market before completing the program. What are the programs they are offering to shaping their career?
Of course. So, we are a very career-led university. So we believe in employability of our students. So first thing is that for undergrad students, we have lots of internships during the summers, wherein students can have hands-on experience with industries. During the tenure of the course, we also have lots of people from industry visiting as guest lecturers who can actually help you in developing the right skills needed for the job industry. So there is constant engagement coming to our teaching faculties. Most of the teaching faculties at LSBU, you'll find them as you know they are actually in from industry, and they are very active researchers. So it's not that they are out of they are not in touch, right? And they have very good networking. So the peer networking, that the academicians networking, this actually helps students to get into the job market, or the career what they are looking into. Most of our courses, they have some projects, some capstone projects to be done, which is a part of the final dissertation. So all this actually helps students to build up their CV, build up their career, and then actually end up with the jobs that they want. Coming to what LSBU can help students, we have a very proactive career advisory body. So I will recommend students to get in touch with these people. Even do not wait for the last moment, because most of the students, they do this mistake, of waiting at the last moment to start the career. So once, sorry, to start looking for job, right? So I will recommend students to get in touch with our career advisors during the first semester itself, so that they can guide you and help you in building up your CVs, strengthening your LinkedIn profile, because these things are very important for students to actually start getting jobs, right? So we are industry led. Our faculties are from are very experienced people. Networking is something which is very important. We have a very rich repository of our alumni, so you can reach our alumni, and who can actually help and guide you with the experience of studying at LSBU. Our career advisors are in the forefront, who can actually help you. And then, not the least to mention, the UKVI, that the post study work visa has actually come back in force, right? So we have the reason, the students have the reason actually to stay back and look for job opportunities. So this all these factors are actually reassuring, in the sense that students will have one of the best career for themselves.
Yes, that is so good. Like the information was really on point. The students, if you actually wish to study in LSBU, just don't actually give any second thought. Just come to our office. We'll help you with the other information. If you don't know how to process your documents and other things, we'll help you without any charges. And like Sonika says, LSBU has like very wide network of their alumni, their employment team, so they will help you actually finding you a good job. And the network they're offering, it will be like mind blowing for you. You actually you don't have to worry about anything. The university, they will take care of your career. Just what you have to do, you just have to focus on your study and actually do your things like accordingly. So from that session, I guess like our session is about to end. Sonika, if you have anything you wish to add to our session, which may I have missed from our students' perspective, or from your perspective, if you want to add anything, please go ahead. You have the time.
Uh,
You can share that.
yeah, thank you, Joy. I think it was very enjoying for me actually to answer the questions which are like very burning questions for students when they are actually making one of the most important or one of the best decision of their life, right? I'm so glad to be a part of it, right? So I feel that we have covered most of the questions, but in case if a student has something very in particular, for example, a student doesn't know if he meets the entry requirement or how to do an application. For this, I think our partner TCL Global are the best people on board to advise and help you. If you want to get in touch with me, you can always get in touch with me. And I can help you out. You can always reach out our inquiry team with any specific question in case if you have, right? So just to assure that students that we are all here to help and support them.
Thank you so much, and thank you for complimenting TCL Global. We are really honored, and we are really we are feeling like proud that you actually came to our show today. And on from that note, I'm actually helping our student with our address. TCL Global, আমরা আপনাকে কখনো কোনো সার্ভিস চার্জ নিব না। আমরা আপনার ফাইলটা প্রসেস করে দিব উইদাউট এনি চার্জ। আপনি আপনার ইনিশিয়াল অ্যাসেসমেন্ট থেকে অফার লেটার, দেন ভিসা গাইডেন্স সব ধরনের হেল্প পাবেন। আমাদের এখানে এক্সপার্ট কাউন্সিলর সবাই আছেন, সবাই আপনার জন্যই আছেন। আমাদের ঢাকাতে 3টা অফিস, ঢাকাতে 2টা অফিস, সিলেটে 1টা অফিস, বাংলাদেশে 3টা অফিস। সেখানে ঢাকা অফিসের অ্যাড্রেসটা আমি আপনাদের সুবিধার জন্য বলে দিই। ঢাকা অফিসের অ্যাড্রেস হচ্ছে আপনার সীমান্ত স্কোয়ারের পাশের বিল্ডিং, লিলিয়ন টাওয়ারের লিফটের 8। আর আমাদের উত্তরা অফিস ত্রয়ী সেন্টার, এটা হচ্ছে জমজম টাওয়ারের উল্টা পাশে লিফটের 5-এ। আর সিলেটে আমাদের অফিস আলহামরা শপিং মলের লিফটের 5-এ, জিন্দাবাজার সিলেটে। এখন coming to Miss Sonika, so do you have any wish to come to Bangladesh, like to get into these students, like to talk to them in person? Do you have any opportunity?
Of course, Joy. I'm looking forward to visit Bangladesh very soon. So, yeah. So I'm just yet to formalize my dates, but I'll be seeing students very soon. That's
See,
my promise.
okay. We will be very much happy if we actually get in.
The feeling
get in,
is likewise.
yeah.
Even I'm so glad. Sorry, I'm looking forward and so excited to come and visit students in person.
We are also waiting for you to come because students, the kind of service LSB is offering for Bangladeshi students is really overwhelming. They wish they will be applying in your university for the upcoming September session, and TCL is there for you. We will help all the students who wish to come to LSBU, so don't worry about that. Hope to see you in our next session. Until then, have a good day and stay blessed.
Thank you. All the best to the students. Have a good career. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.